A year ago, $1 got me almost 4,200 Colombian pesos. Today, it's barely scraping 3,450. And that's not a small dip. That's my purchasing power dropping by over 13% in 12 months. And without me spending a single extra peso. If you're living here on dollars, military retirement, remote work, whatever, and you just haven't adjusted your strategy, you're bleeding money and you don't even feel it yet. My name is Quincy. I'm a retired Army veteran, content creator living here in Medellín, Colombia. And today I'm breaking down exactly what's happening with the peso, why it's happening, and how I'm adapting so it doesn't wreck my budget. Quick context for new viewers. I did 18 years in the Army, medically retired as a sergeant first class, and now I run my own life and everything literally here in Medellín. That means my income is dollar-based, military retirement, everything. But every single expense I have is in pesos. Rent, food, transportation, gym membership, literally everything. So when the exchange rate moves, I'm not reading about it in a headline. I'm living it in real time every time I swipe my card or pull cash out of the ATM. Let's look at the real numbers, because vague statements like the dollar is weak don't really help anybody. Right now, today, $1 US trades for around 3,450 to 3,460 Colombian pesos. Go back to December or last year, it was closer to 3,860. Go back even further to late 2022, and the dollar actually hit an all-time high of nearly 5,100 pesos. So we're talking about a swing of well over 30% from peak until now. And most of that drop in the dollar's value has happened fast, just in the last 6 to 12 months. To put that in real terms, if you were transferring $2,000 a month into Colombia at the end of 2022, you were pulling over 10 million pesos. Transfer that same $2,000 today, and you're getting around 6.9 million. That's a difference of over 3 million pesos a month. Just gone, just from currency movement, not from anything that you did. There's no single reason. It's just a mix of factors, and I want to walk through them so you understand this isn't random. First, interest rates. When the US Federal Reserve cuts rates, dollar-denominated assets become less attractive compared to higher yielding emerging market currencies like the peso. Money flows toward where it earns more. Second, commodity prices. Colombia is still heavily tied to oil and commodity exports. When global oil prices hold steady or rise, more dollars flow into the country from exports, which increases demand for pesos and strengthens it. Third, remittance and foreign investment. Colombia receives massive inflows from its diaspora and from foreign capital looking for yield. More dollars coming in means more pesos getting bought, which pushes the exchange rate down. Fourth, and this is the part nobody can predict perfectly, market sentiment and political stability. Currency markets react fast to elections, policy announcements, and global risk appetite. This is genuinely volatile territory, and forecasting models actively disagree with each other on where it goes next. I'm not a financial advisor, and I'm not telling you to trade currency. I'm telling you to understand the forces so you're not blindsided. Here's where it actually hits your wallet. I lease my own apartment here in Medellín, and my rent is fixed in pesos. A year ago, that rent cost me roughly 13% less in dollar terms than it does today. My groceries, my gym membership, my Uber rides, none of those prices necessarily went up in pesos, but my dollars buy fewer of those pesos now. That's the trap. Locals might not feel inflation that dramatically, but for those of us earning and holding US dollars, our effective cost of living just quietly went up, even if nothing around us changed in price. So here's what I'm actually doing about it. 5 things. 1, I stopped guessing and started tracking. I check the rate daily using apps and sites that show real mid-market rates, not the marked up rate a Casa de Cambio or your bank wants to give you. 2, I use fee transfer services, not bank wires. Traditional bank international fees often bake in hidden spread of 3 to 5%. Specialized transfer platforms get you much closer to the real mid-market rate, which matters even more when the rate itself is already working against you. 3, I batch my transfers strategically. Instead of converting small amounts constantly and eating fees every time, I move larger amounts less frequently when the rate has a favorable bounce, based on daily tracking from point 1. 4. I keep a peso buffer, holding a cushion in pesos for fixed monthly costs such as rent, utilities, means I'm not forced to convert dollars at a bad moment just because a bill is due today. 5. I renegotiated what I could. Some recurring costs are negotiable, especially annual rent, renewals, longer term service contracts. Locking in pesos pricing when the rate favors you even slightly adds up over 12 months. Nobody, and I mean nobody, no analyst, no bank, no model can tell you exactly where this rate goes next with certainty. Right now, several forecasting models lean toward the peso staying relatively strong or even strengthening further through the rest of 2026. Others show more volatility ahead. I'm not going to pretend I can predict it, and you shouldn't trust anyone who claims they can with confidence. What I can tell you is this: if you live here on the dollar income, treat the exchange rate like weather, not like a fixed forecast. Build flexibility into your budget. Don't assume today's rate is tomorrow's rate. If you're a veteran, retiree, or remote worker living off dollars anywhere in Latin America, this currency conversation isn't optional. It's survival math. Drop a comment where you're living and how the exchange rate has hit you. Subscribe if you want more real on-the-ground breakdowns like this. No BS, just what's actually happening and how I'm adapting. I'll see you in the next one.